If you guys are watching this today that the video is uploaded, I'll be streaming on Twitch. You can check the description. My link will be at the top. Thank you all for watching. Let's get to the build. We will get started with the starter aspect of this solo base. If you are looking to expand, this is what you would build to start off with. It costs around 6,000 stone, but you can always just go chop some trees down until you get the stone built up. And then, yeah, this has 2 unlootable loot rooms as shown by Tronan, Tronan. You can go search him up. He makes some pretty good base builds as well. He has shown us this unlootable loot room. I'm pretty sure that he is the first one to do it. It's an original design by him. If not, whoever it is, come out and tell us that you're the original designer of this loot room, because I do not know who did it first. I've seen so many people doing this already, so I decided to add my own little spin to it by combining it with a bunker for the TC that also has 2 loot rooms to the side of it beneath the unlootable loot rooms to keep it as compact as possible within this little 1x3 with triangles on the side of it. So you can see the build cost on the bottom left right now. It's really not too bad considering you can chop some trees down until you can finish off the stone if you're having a hard time. And it doesn't have an airlock on it, which kind of sucks, so make sure that nobody goes deep on you unless you have the excess amount of stone to build the airlock portion of this base. This is not necessarily an expandable base design by any means. You would probably want to build like a 2x1 before you start building this base, unless you're a really good farmer, because to have access to your airlock without ruining the base, you would need to have this part of the base built as well, which adds a few thousand more stones to the cost of the start of it if you want to have an airlock. So I would recommend building like a 2x1 and farm up like 10k stone before you build this base, and maybe even like smelt some metal frags before you get to this point. But if you're crazy and you want to play without an airlock, that was the starter, the expandable starter portion of it. So you will need to put some twig down back here. I have B grade activated, so you will need to put twig down to get those lower triangles on the inside to be stable on that wall. And then we're going to start building the inside portion where the TC is at, and you're going to place some boxes down here, which we will cover up with quarter walls, and you'll still be able to access these boxes. It just kind of makes it like a bitch for raiders. If you run out of loot space, you can move loot from the bottom 2 chests down here, so you can put like gear, guns, whatever. I would probably just fill those up with like charcoal or something. I don't know. I always have too much charcoal, man, so I'd probably throw that shit down there. But yeah, so this wall is stable by that door frame at the moment, which I put in the wrong spot. You would put that wall down after you put the fronts onto your loot rooms instead if you want to have that wall be stable, because without the door frame, the wall in front of the TC will not be stable without the triangle placed, without the bunker aspect in place. So you'll need to finish at least one of the loot rooms so that the half wall will create stability. This top half wall will create stability for the full wall next to it, because I did place the door frame in the wrong spot. You just want to scoot it 1 triangle section further than where I placed it. Otherwise, if you do get a tier 3 workbench, you are not going to have enough room to place it in there, so you want to put it on the other side of the hole in the ground that goes of the bunker hole that goes to the TC. You want to make sure that door frame is a little closer. Also, before you put the quarter wall and half wall on your loot rooms, you want to make sure that you upgrade these triangles. Otherwise, you will never be able to upgrade these triangles, because even though people say, oh, I could just put a staircase in there and put a bag on it, I mean, nah, you can't, dude. It doesn't work like that. So you'll never be able to get inside your loot room ever again once you put the walls on it. So make sure you upgrade those to at least sheet metal or high quality metal, because all of the other parts of the base are accessible. These are the only things that you'll have to worry about getting metal frags for, and they are triangles, so it's really cheap to upgrade those. I mean, you'll probably have it without even realizing it after your first recycle run. But the rest of the base will be sheet metal pretty much, except for the little airlock portion that we added to the base. So you're going to want to save up like probably 10k metal frags, so you can still use metal frags for other things to finish upgrading the base before you honeycomb it. You will want to upgrade it before you honeycomb, or it will be extremely difficult. Also, something else to keep in mind when placing boxes and deployables, if you are going to upgrade the wall or foundation after you place the deployable, and it is a deployable that you will probably not be able to place again easily, make sure that it is not inside the wall or foundation, or you will not be able to upgrade it at the moment. Hopefully the devs get on that and fix it, because it is kind of annoying. But yeah, so you'll want to upgrade these ceiling parts. I know I said you don't need to upgrade any part of the airlock thing, but you will want to upgrade the roof up there, just to kind of equal out the raid cost. You know, if they come through the roof, we want them to have just as difficult of a time as if they were coming through the walls or through the doors, which from any direction, this base is kind of a bitch to raid. So you can put some stairs down out here too if you have to build in an area like I do. I would just upgrade them to wood, but my B grade put it to stone. And then in here, we're going to add furnaces in our honeycomb. And then over here, you could put like a level 1 and destroy it later. But I would probably just kind of like put it in the other room over, you know, over here somewhere, because we will put a level 2 in here permanently. And then we're going to honeycomb both of these triangles off. The reason that we do this is that if we get rocket raided, they will still have to go through this, and you can upgrade them to sheet metal if you want to, if you think that it will add some sort of value. But the inside of the base will be sheet metal, so they will still have to blow through those walls, but there will be a little bit of splash damage that they can cause. But this still does keep them out of your base. You know what I mean? If you're online, it'd be nice to have honeycomb like that, or you could just put doors there if you prefer to have doors. But this is always a valid option of putting honeycomb like this with your deployables behind it. And then in here, we'll put our research table and some garage doors. Inside of here, we're going to finish upgrading a few things before we move on. I would recommend upgrading the wall to your TC to high quality metal. Don't forget this door frame is in the wrong spot. It needs to go on the other side of the lower triangle, which I do fix momentarily in the video. But yeah, I would recommend upgrading that wall to high quality metal so that rocket splash damage doesn't just destroy it and reveal it right away. Over here in front of the loot rooms, you can add a triangle just to piss off raiders even more, and put some like traps or auto turrets or shotgun, you know, something up there. So that if they do blow through and they blow this garage door up that we're about to put there, they have to deal with an auto turret now, which could add, extend the raid time, or just, you know, detour them if they don't have instant rockets completely and they can't figure out how to drain it. I would just put a repair bench on this side though, because I like my skins and I will need to repair my weapons, and then I'll put an auto turret on the other side. And then below these, we will put a fireplace. Sometimes you can fit a small box behind it. You can fit 3 in here, which is what I was trying to do right here. But you have to place the repair bench in there correctly. Also, another thing that I messed up on is you need to put the door frame down for the garage door before you put the repair bench down. Don't forget to do that. Otherwise, you will not be able to put the door frame down until you remove the repair bench. So this is where the door frame should actually go. You'll see I placed the bunker triangle down and upgraded it to high quality, and then this door frame should cover that. When there's a door placed on it, you won't be able to see the high quality floor. And then your level 3 workbench will go on the other side of that door frame, and when you open the door, you'll have a clear path to walk through without getting stuck on anything. And then you can fit 2 boxes below it. Just put them in there sideways, rotate the workbench, put another one in there. I'm sure most of you guys know this already, but this is a way to have an extra box of storage without, you know, having any extra space accommodated for it. And then yeah, you can just use the fire pit to reach the boxes. Once you put a triangle on top of there, make sure you put the triangle down before you put the workbench down. Otherwise you won't be able to put a half wall to put the triangle up there, which is the mistake that I just made. We can finish placing our garage doors, which the door frame should be upgraded to sheet metal, not only so raiders cannot see them from outside if they're raiding you from the roof or break through some of your honeycomb on the side. The stone ones will stick through, but they also might use explosive bullet ammo on the door frame and save a few bullets, because the door frame is weaker than the garage door if it's stone, so make sure you upgrade those. Also, quick tip, you can close and open garage doors with the key lock or code lock on the side of it, so if you're confused as to why you can't open the door or whatever with the repair bench, I know somebody's gonna point it out, I'll just throw that tip in there for any newbies that just got the game. You can open and close garage doors with the key lock or code lock after you place it on there, which is how you would have to close this garage door in particular. At this point, you should have enough stone to add honeycomb to the outside, which is going to be a heavy cost. But I will go through with you on how to efficiently honeycomb this base in particular, so that if you do get rocket raided, they will not just be able to drill straight through, they will have to separately raid each of these loot rooms by negating their splash damage. Now, you can do this the expensive way, you can do this the super cheap way, which is adding no half walls at all, or you can do it the moderately cheap way, which I'm about to show you. So you're just gonna go outside and put triangles everywhere you can. Make sure if you can place them higher that you do, but we cannot right there as I just showed you. And then after that, you'll just go put walls on all of the sides of these triangles. Make sure they're facing inward. Place some twig to get up onto your roof, and you can place these if you want to, but since our loot room is 1.5 stories tall and hollow on the inside of that, it doesn't really matter if we do that. So that's a way we can save some cost on our honeycomb. As you can see, next we should add full walls to this, and we're going to add half walls on top of this because we don't necessarily need a shooting floor on this base. We're going for maximum like raid cost for this base. Like if we had a shooting floor, it's just going to weaken the base. You could add a stairwell through one of the triangles instead of the level 2 workbench to do a little triangle jump thing to get up past this, but I would still add this honeycomb before adding a shooting floor on top of here. So basically we just put 2 stories of walls on the loot room side, and then a wall and a half on the other 2 triangles that stick out, and then filled them in with stone half walls so that they do have to blow through at least stone if they want to see the ceiling. And if they come into here, they're going to see this, which is going to negate splash damage from rockets from your loot rooms, so they will have to individually blow through each of these. They can do like damage, a little bit of damage to the other side if it's just stone in there, so I mean I would upgrade this to sheet metal instead. Maybe even on the other side too, which I did not show, the stone behind there, I would just do like a full 1x3 of half wall sheet metal right there, and make sure you also add those other half walls splitting these triangles as well. And that is how you would effectively honeycomb the top of this base to negate as much splash damage as possible while also not making it cost a fuck ton of stone. So you can also upgrade these if you want to, but it's kind of pointless. I know someone's gonna point it out that you can like spear raid this or some shit from the outside, but like who's really gonna fucking do that? You know what I mean? Like nobody is really gonna blow through a wall and then spear raid that. They're just gonna blow it up. So you might as well just leave it stone, and nobody's gonna spear raid it. Don't worry about it. And if they do, they're gonna be sitting there for ages just to get to the other side of your furnaces that they already had access to. That is pretty much the full base design. You can see the build cost on the bottom left there. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this base. I consider this probably one of my strongest solo bases right now for the cost to raid ratio. And shout out to Tronin and Prince Vids, I think was the creator of this bunker. But I know this type of bunker has been around for a very long time. I'm not sure if he's the originator of it. But yeah, if Zedra Prince Vids is the creator of it, go check them out on his channel. And also shout out to Tronin for showing the new unlootables, which are really cool. And then I combined the 2 of them together in this particular situation and balance everything out. So altogether it creates a very nice little solo base that is really not super duper expensive. And right there is how you close the bunker if you don't know. You could always just Google it up. It's the new bunkers for build 3.2, I think it is right now. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. Helps me out a lot more than you think it does. Leave a comment telling me what you think about this base, what you want to see in the future, like what new videos you would like me to do, what you're interested in. Also, go check me out on Twitch. If you're watching this the day that the video is uploaded, I will be streaming. You can find my link on the top of the description below. Shout out to everybody that's followed me and been watching me stream. You guys help me reach affiliate, which means I can take the Twitch Amazon Prime subs, which are free if you have Amazon Prime. If you want to support me in some fashion monetarily, that is a free way that you can do it if you have Amazon Prime. But that's all I got for you guys today. I'll catch you next time. Make sure you go click that Twitch link at the top of the description and drop a follow or something. Stop by for a minute. I would appreciate it. Today, I think I'm going to be trying to build this on a vanilla server from scratch. I'm going to join a new official and show you guys that it is possible to get a base like this from scratch on an official server. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to be doing today on stream. So click that link in the description. Would appreciate it a lot. Catch you guys next time.